So racing and freestyle, those are the two primary categories of FPV flying, and I would really like to see more than just racing and freestyle, because I think that most of you out there are like me and you don't actually race, and for those that do, you have a great time doing it, and a lot of racers don't actually do freestyle. But I think that if we started doing other things, like there is like an FPV capture the flag game that TBS has developed, or no, LaForge somebody has developed, and I think there's like one or two other games that I've seen people play, but they're not really that easy to kind of pick up and understand. Anyways, this is a game that I didn't invent. I first played this game in Croatia on that TV show that I was on way back when, and we were tasked with picking up rings. And you saw the video at the beginning, you kind of understand what the game is about, and the whole gist of the game is just to do stuff with the quad, pick up stuff with the quad. And I'll tell you right up front, remember 3D vision in FPV a while ago was kind of popular? Like, you had two FPV cameras and then your goggles would have two receivers on it, and you would get one video feed per eye, so you would see in 3D as you were flying along. Now, for FPV, that doesn't really make sense because we're going so fast usually that it doesn't really make a difference. But for tasks like close range stuff, like you're going to pick something up, the 3D makes it so easy to do this task that it's stupid. And that was the primary advantage that we had in Croatia. The first challenge was to pick up rings. The second challenge was to pick up like these baskets that were put on a boat out in the middle of the ocean. The first challenge, we just built a really crappy quad that couldn't perform at all, but the task of actually grabbing the rings was very easy. And then the second challenge on the boat, I mean, we got like 6 or 7 baskets. Now, the primary challenge with this game is the ability to have depth perception. When you're looking through one camera, you can't see where you are with respect to objects around you, but that doesn't make it impossible, especially with a mini quad that has so much control and we have so much ability to really manage the quad. We can't actually kind of like thread the hole and then go and pick up whatever we're trying to pick up. So there are a number of ways that the team members or the other teams on this trip did what they did. They didn't have 3D vision, not all of them. It was only me, our team, and one other team that had 3D vision. We had the benefit of actually being able to fly FPV and having piloting skill and ability, whereas the other teams were very new, mostly very new to anything FPV. So what they did was they used really, really long rods to try and spear things from far away, because you cannot tell how far you are from the object. They also tried putting stripes on the rod so that you can see when it enters the object so you can pick it up. And they tried putting hooks on it and all various other sorts of things. I don't know if any of that stuff is really beneficial, but you know, go nuts trying it. The reason I've done this, which I added this bar recently, because I was, you know, running into the props. When I would go to pick up something, it would just hit the props. And I don't know if this will actually work. If it does work, then you'll see it like in the video that I show. I hope it works. But I don't know if anything more than this is really necessary. If you're skilled, if you're a skilled pilot, you really don't need more than this. You can kind of just thread things and pick up things, and it's really a challenge, and it's really, really fun to do. And I think that this could be a really fun game to do with friends. And I hope that people do pick up something like this. And the reason I'm using this stick and the coat hanger and more coat hangers in a box is for a couple of reasons. So I described some of the challenges with the quad itself. The other challenges you'll find is that the object that you're picking up needs to have a hoop of some sort, something that you can, you know, scoop up with some sort of apparatus on the end of your quad. And you also have to deal with the thrust that's being blown off the quad. So if you use something too light or something that doesn't have a stable base, you're just going to blow it away from yourself when you go to pick it up. So that's the reason why I have this box with holes with slots cut in the top of it, and I'm using coat hangers just to show that this game is very accessible. And I've set it such that the coat hanger is just barely resting, so that when you go to pick up the object, you can actually scoop it up and pick it up without any resistance, you know, holding you back. And it doesn't weigh much, so that you can still fly around with the object on your spear, and it doesn't fall off because you're usually going forward. So those are the general challenges. I want to see what you guys can do with this game, and I tentatively want to make this game and the ability to kind of, you know, adapt this game to whatever you're doing, the giveaway kind of challenge. And I know that this isn't something that's like super kind of approachable by everybody, but then again, it is approachable by everybody because just doing this task alone will drastically improve your fine-tuned hand skills and ability to finally fly around small environments. That it's just so much fun to do. You can do it with a 2-inch, you can do it with a 3-inch, you can do it with a tiny whoop. Maybe I don't know if you can do it with a tiny whoop, but you could try to do it with a tiny whoop. It would be really awesome to see. And I don't know how to kind of say who is the winner or who the winners are of this competition, but I want you guys to make videos showing me your adaptation of something like this, a game like this, and be creative. Creativity is what wins, not necessarily performance. Although, if your performance is absolutely stellar with a task that is so obviously difficult, then I would consider that a win as well. Anyways, make videos, post them on your channel, paste them in the links in the description, the comments below. Give me links to your videos. In the future, it doesn't have to be anytime recent, you got a month to do it. There's going to be at least a month for me to pick up, to get all this stuff. And the videos that really stand out, I will gather, I'll put it in a video, and everybody in the community can vote for, or all my viewers, whatever, can vote on which video it is. Or maybe a video is just so awesome, I'll just send something to. If you do something really awesome, I will just have a company send you something cool. So do that. Do this. I want people to be active. I want to engage people. There were a lot of really cool suggestions, like a couple of suggestions about come up with interesting ideas and theories to talk about, which is cool, or trying to help somebody learn to fly in a short amount of time, which is also very cool. But these are things that are really not as engaging as I would like them to be. I want to engage all of you guys. I want all of us to start doing something kind of together and make something of it. And this is a potential start. And I've clearly shown that it is very approachable and that you don't need to spend any money. You can just, find crap around the house and kind of make this work. Anyways, that's it. Show me what you got.
pirate ship.